Hello everyone and welcome back. The last time we met, we gave each other an assignment. I asked you to talk with other entrepreneurs in your area and to try and find out how they utilize whatever profit they make from their business ventures. But before we get there, it is important to recap what we covered in our previous session. In our last session, remember that I had requested you to write something on a piece of paper. Does somebody remember what that is? Excellent. That's right. Cash is king. We discussed that a business that does not have cash is like a person without oxygen, and as such, it is bound to fail at any given moment. Today, we'll be discussing yet another exciting topic, and before we get there, I want us to have an understanding of the term profit. Using other words, profit can be defined as the financial benefit realized when revenue generated from a business activity exceeds the expenses, costs, and taxes involved in sustaining a business in question. Now that you understand the definition of a profit, let us come back to our discussion of today. What did we get from talking with the other entrepreneurs in our area about how they utilize their profits? Do their ways of utilizing their profits sound a bit like this below? Profits are supposed to be reinvested into the business. Number two, they're supposed to be used to repay loans. They're supposed to be used for saving, to draw profits, and to pay dividends. If you don't utilize your profits properly, there might be consequences both on you, the entrepreneur, and on your business as well. Sometimes an entrepreneur may have creditors, be it a bank or a fellow entrepreneur. The creditor's expectations are that the entrepreneur will always make good of his or her obligation in time. They want you to pay on time. These expectations could only be met if the business is making profits. To keep your business sustainable, repayment of debts and any other obligations can only be made from profits, not your capital. It is good for the entrepreneur to make timely repayment of debts for their profit. Now, are you wondering how much money you should aim to have as a profit after you've repaid your loans or debts? As a guide, the loan or debt repayment should not be more than 60% of the profit gained. So for every $1 profit you make, you should aim at not having to repay more than 60 cents to your creditors. That will leave you with 40 cents profit at each $1 made. Again, I say, a clever entrepreneur must remember that it is good to think of the future. Save a little, even if it's in a bank or assets for future use. By now, I hope it is clear that it is important for any entrepreneur to utilize profits well. Get your notepads and write the following ways in which profits can be utilized. Number one, if anything unexpected should happen, savings can be used to revamp your business. Number two, profits can and should be used to boost up capital, for example, business expansion. Number three, you can grow profits even more by reinvesting them. And number four, timely loan repayment. If you borrowed money, you should make sure that you have a repayment schedule and that all repayments are made always in time. Number five, business growth and sustainability. And perhaps some of you are wondering what happens when entrepreneurs have come together to work as a group and they won't share profits. Well, in that case, you divide the profit according to the shares that each entrepreneur invested in the venture. That's what we call dividends. However, it is important to know that an entrepreneur is different from the business. The two are very separate entities. As an entrepreneur, you're employed by your business, and as such, you must be paid. Please remember to pay yourself a reasonable wage, a sustainable wage. The guiding principle is that you ask yourself a question. If I had employed somebody to do this job for me, how much would I pay them? Now, to complete our discussion today, let us attempt the following questions. Number one, profit can be used for reinvestment. Is this true or is it false? That is very true. You can take some of your profit and invest them in something else. Loan payments should be done as timely as possible. Is this true or false? That is true. If you borrow money, you should make sure that repayments are made in time, or you might be charged more interest and you may lose the trust from your lender.